The Santos Festival of Cycling kicked off on Tuesday out at the Adelaide Superdrome on the velodrome. And it was many of Australia's Olympic hopefuls for Tokyo putting their pre-season training to the test. So too many of the Paralympic hopefuls. After 12 months with an absence of racing, it was an important opportunity to see how the track craft was also coming along. And amongst them, the young Queenslander Christina Clonan, making the transition from being an endurance specialist to one of speed. She took out the women's Kieran convincingly, getting her campaign off to a good start. The paracyclists were also in action, and with a lap to go, Daniel Vanderlane had a handy lead. But it was then the hometown hero, Darren Hicks, who rolled over the top and managed to get the victory. A man who says pressure is a privilege. For the women and the elimination race, it was a world-class field out in front. The final four of them with world titles to their name. And it was Ashley Ann Kudinoff who took the victory by quite a margin back to second place. In the men's elimination, it was a battle between the two teammates from the team's pursuit, Sam Welsford, the birthday boy, on the inside. But in the white colours, it was Cal O'Brien who stole the march, getting his first win for the night. In the men's, Kieran, Lee Hoffman, one of the rising stars of Australian sprinting, showed that he could be the heir apparent to Matthew Glaetzer. He won easily, but he had more sprinting still to come. Matthew Glaetzer it was who got the better of Nathan Hart in his first sprint contest of the season. He then found himself up against Lee Hoffman. Could the Hoff back up his Kieran against Glaetzer? It wasn't to be. The former world champion Matthew Glaetzer proved to be just too quick. Hoffman this time having to settle for second. The endurance riders got their chance once again in the scratch race, and in the women's event it was Annette Edmondson who timed her run to perfection, getting over the top of the Tasmanian Georgia Baker, and the woman from Adelaide won in front of her home crowd. In the men's race, her brother Alex, he tried the late charge, but he was caught just inside the final lap as the charge was on from behind. This time it was Welsford who turned the tables. After second in the elimination race, Welsford went out the winner in the scratch race. And the final event of the evening, it was a tight tussle in the men's Madison. 20 kilometres, it was the combination of Cal O'Brien and Sam Welsford who needed to finish in second position in the final sprint to get the win, and that's exactly what they did. They took the victory ahead of Alex Edmondson and Damien Housen to round out the first day of racing in the Santos Festival of Cycling.